Hello, Ray here. Hope you are doing well today. Today we are going to test out the Friedman BE100 BEOD amp by Dave Friedman amplifier he created several years ago, and now we have a sim that we can run through. One of the things that are awesome about the simulations, amp simulations, plugins, whatever you want to call them, is the fact that you can demo, if you will, or play, practice, use something that sounds absolutely extremely similar to the real thing um, at a fraction of the cost. And one of the cool things about this is it comes with all sorts of different impulse responses, cabinets, microphones, something like 70, 80, 90 different variations of this. So a very cool plugin with tons of features. And the thing that's great about it is that it always works the same way every single time you turn it on and plug it in. Just a very cool feature. A big fan of the different plugins lately and all the variations to it and all the things you can get with it. As you know, I've tested out several different plugins lately, and some of them are just outstanding with the different features you can have with it. I will say for this one here, right around $100, $110, $120 or so, about the same price as some of the other ones, as the Joey Sturgis and the Will Putneys and the Neurals and all the different ones. It's kind of comparable in the price. I will say you don't get quite the amount of different features that you get with some of the other ones. Uh, it's pretty much the amp with a delay, a noise gate, but you do get, of course, tons of features with the amps, the IRs, and all the microphones. Don't get me wrong, but with in comparison, you just won't see the different amount of pedals, like the chorus, reverbs, and stuff that you'll see with some of the other ones. But it does a great job of doing what the amp is supposed to do. You heard it in the mix a second ago. That was pretty much left and right with bass and drums. What we'll do now is we'll go into it and we'll play with some of the different features and give you a chance to see what's inside the amp and see what you think. Also, thanks so much for those who have been subscribing. Love the comments, the questions, the conversation. So, if you'd like, I'd love it if you'd hit the subscribe button and join my channel. We have lots more stuff coming, and love having you come again. I don't monetize this. This is all. There's no sponsorship or anything. This is just purely out of passion for amps, guitars, and gear. So what you'll get is the real deal. There is no tie to any source. So you'll always get the honest truth from it. So appreciate all the input and the conversation. So look forward to more as we go. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Thanks. As you can see here now, actually I've got this second part pulled up. When you open up the Friedman, you're going to see this interface, very familiar look here, the Friedman BE amp with the basic controls down here. Of course, you have your presence, your bass, your middle, treble, master, all the different buttons that you're familiar with. You also have a fat button. This adds a little bit of thickness to it. Actually, doesn't sound too bad. The C45, I don't know what that does. I've messed with it. I got to look it up and see. It doesn't seem to have much of a change when I play with it, so I actually got to find out what it is, and I can't find out what that little thing does. Saturation is going to add, of course, some more additional saturation to it. And then over here, you've got some of your clean settings. This right here is going to switch between your clean, your BE, and then the HBE mod. I've noticed that when I switch it over to that far right there, it sometimes can get a little muddy. So I've kind of found the best results right here, right up the middle in the regular BE. If you click on the FX rack right here, what you're going to get is this additional setting of EQ and all sorts of different stuff. The section right here is going to be for your delay. In here, you have some additional features that will bypass your pre or your power amp settings if you wish. You can also adjust your input gain. You can also adjust your power soak. You can adjust your different levels of feedback and mix for your delay. Over here in the top left-hand corner is going to be your noise gate. Uh, I've got it kind of set right up the middle right now, which is pretty good. Then you've also got some low and higher fast, different uh, filters that you can adjust here if you want. You've got your tight feature. You can adjust that so that it's a little bit tighter, a little bit, to kind of tighten things up a little bit. And then you've got your smooth as well as just really kind of your filters. This is a very cool feature right here that I like. You can set this, if you click this button right here, what it's going to do is it's going to give you information about uh, what different settings that you have here for your amp. It's kind of cool. Um, the way I've got it set up right now, I've got the Friedman 4x12. What's really cool about this is you can actually, if you click here, you'll see all of the different amps. It'll go all the way down, all these different Friedmans here that you can go through. I've got mine set on the 31 right now. And then if you just drop down, you can go through. I think there's something. It's close to 100. I think of all the different amps. You can see all sorts of different settings here that you can click on here. And then over here, you'll see that this one here, this particular one here, is Mesa Boogie Cab. So it's very cool. It'll tell you the different mics and different EQs that were used for it. Let's see, sorry, I'm trying to hold my mouse here and play. So very cool. Up here you've got your ABCD features, which basically will allow you to click between four different settings. So you can set your amp and then click on those, and then it'll kind of like settings. It'll remember the different settings that you have here. You can click reset. It'll reset everything back to the factory settings where you had it here. Another feature that's very cool is this right here. If you click this bar, basically what you can do is set a different, and basically what this is going to do is set the different speed at which you can scroll through. So for example, if you would like to run through all of the different settings here on the different amps and mic configurations, you can set your bar and click auto, and what it's going to do is it's going to scroll, it's going to play so many bars here before it skips. So you see it goes to the next mic there, or next amp. See it's going 60, 61, 62, 63. Also, thanks so much for those who have been subscribing. Love the comments, the questions, the conversation. So, if you'd like, I'd love it if you'd hit the subscribe button and join my channel. Appreciate all the input and the conversation. So, look forward to more as we go. Thanks.